But let's get a quick word in on what's happening with festive demand, because the auto industry has looked pretty good. Maruti Suzuki told us yesterday that the industry has seen a 20% growth in sales since Onam, which shows that the auto industry is witnessing a strong festive season so far. To discuss more on the demand for the entire sector, we have Nikunj, Sanghi, the Managing Director at JS Fourwheel Motors, and Manish, Singhania, the President at the Federation of Automobile Dealers Association. Gentlemen, morning to both of you. Nikunj, let me begin with you. How has your reading been for the festive season so far? Which are the pockets that have done the best and which are the ones that are still struggling?
Good morning. I think I'll first give the good news. I think two-wheelers, passengers, cars, both are doing exceptionally well. And specifically, if you look at the election states, I think they seem to be really booming. And to me, what is looking really attractive is sales returning to Hero. Hero has been struggling for more than 2 years now. And when I see numbers coming back to Hero, it definitely is a sign that even the entry-level segment is coming back into action, and the festive demand even at the entry-level segment is good. I'm not surprised Mr. Srivastav talked about growth coming back to Maruti, and Maruti is strong at the entry level on cars. So I think that's the good part about the automotive industry. And I think this festive season is going to be very, very positive and very, very good for the auto industry.
Okay, that's great to hear because, it's just in the last 1 to 2 months that we've heard that there is a comeback in the entry-level segment, right? Manish Singhania is also with us. Manish, would you concur with the view that Nikunj has put out that finally we're seeing some respite in the entry-level segment? And what has your reading been of the festive season so far?
So yes, I think we can definitely say that there has been some improvement in the entry-level segment. Our September numbers also reported a 21% growth overall across industry, and the best part was two-wheeler did around growth of around 22%. And this festival season also two-wheeler seems to be responding much better than the passenger car industry. And two-wheeler dealers had been struggling across the length and breadth of India. And this is a definitely uptick. And while transforming, in fact, I was talking to a few two-wheeler dealers yesterday. They were in fact cribbing about the non-availability of the stock. So the potential seems to be better. And what Mr. Sanghi rightly said, I think he is also a hero dealer. He knows the pulse of the market there. And we have also seen during festival times, the rural market kind of, comes out in spite of, being under stress and all that. But during festival times, during Muharram times, customers have definitely taken a call and come out and purchase their choice of vehicles. And this time also the trend seems to be like this. And if this trend continues after festival, then we can definitely say that there's a revival of the rural market as well as the entry-level segment.
All right, noted that point, Mr. Singhania. And the two-wheeler registrations numbers up by close to 20%. I'm reading out from a note that we've got early this morning. But on the PV space, if you compare this festive season to the 10 days of last year, it's in fact, up only around 4%. So is that lagging?
No, I don't think it's lagging actually. PV sales were already at a very high peak. We had created kind of new records, and everything going forward is a new record. So, and availability of, there was shortage of demand last time. This time, availability of products are better. SUV continues to perform well. Semiconductor crisis has slightly settled down. So everything looks positive. Dealers have accumulated stock to address the consumer demands. So I think even if a 4 or 5% single-digit growth in PV, that's a decent thing. And passenger vehicle buying is more towards Dhanteras and Deepavali time. So I think we can definitely see a better figure during those times.
Okay. Nikunj, you started by saying I'll give you the good news, which is two-wheelers and entry-level cars are doing well. What's the bad news this time?
Well, the bad news is that availability, specifically on the SUV front and top-end SUV front, is not as good as we hoped it would be. And I think if it improves there, the numbers would be much, much higher.
All right. We'll leave it there, gentlemen. Great speaking with both of you here. Appreciate your time here on CNBC TV 18, as always.